And we're live. What is going on, everybody? Is autofocus on? Do I look like I'm in focus? I think I'm in focus. Let me check. Hold on. I was using the camera yesterday. I don't know. No, we're in manual focus. Let's fix that. Autofocus. All right. Let's try it again. Take two. I think we're live. Happy New Year's Eve or Happy New Year's. I don't know. Is it New Year's? I don't think. Is it New Year's in some places? It probably is, right? Like, I'm not sure what the maximum distance is from the other side of the world, but I'm pretty sure. Anyways, Happy New Year's to everybody, and welcome to the last stream of the year. I can't believe that it is December 31st. It has been just such a crazy year. Yeah, it's been nuts. I hope everyone's doing awesome. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas or holiday, whatever it is that you celebrate. We have been fighting some sort of cold for like weeks now. We got something like 2 months ago, and I thought like, okay, this will be maybe like our seasonal sickness. And then not last Friday, but the Friday before, Jackson had a runny nose, and I thought, oh, maybe it's just allergies. It was not allergies, and I ended up coming down with it on Monday or Tuesday before Christmas, and was like pretty miserable on Christmas. I was in charge of cooking the ham that we've talked about, and I still did it, but I was exhausted, and I feel pretty good now. I've got like a little light irritation in my throat, and I'm a little bit more tired than normal. Jackson still has a pretty bad cough, especially at nighttime, but like it's been so much sickness going around. So I hope everybody is doing well and is healthy, because like I said, it just seems like this season has been rough. Everyone I've talked to is sick or has gotten sick or something. So let's see who is all here today. We've got Lisa in the house. We are live, right? Like, you guys can hear me. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. Someone confirm. I see myself. I just want to make sure that I'm not dropping the ball here. See what I did there? Drop. That's funny. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Yes, cool, awesome. Cool, perfect. All right, so let's see who's all here today. We got Viking in the house. How's it going? We got RS is here. Rod, how are you doing? Griff Gear, we got Candyman, Lisa's here, Ranch Kid's here, Science Sniper, hello. 1060 is here, Rev is here, Lord Git's here, Hobo's here, Nice, I think, was on his way to a restaurant. Enjoy your evening and your dinner. Great Beard, thank you so much, man, for the 23 months. Happy New Year to Daniel and the family. Happy New Year's to you too, bro. Thank you for all the support, man. Yeah, we're not. What has everyone got going on for New Year's? Anything? We normally don't do a whole lot. The tradition when I was younger was like my family would make a pretty nice meal, and we'd watch the countdown on TV, and that was the plan. But my mom has been really sick for a couple of months now, and so she's at home just resting until hopefully, you know, whatever is going on passes. So I don't think we're doing anything. We don't really have any food plans. We don't really have any night plans. I don't know if we'll watch like a countdown on TV, or I've been trying to get Aaron the last couple nights to watch the final part of Stranger Things. So maybe that will be tonight, just a Stranger Things marathon. Asleep before midnight, nice. Yeah, they where I lived before this in California, there was always a ton of fireworks, so it's hard to sleep. And I think it's illegal here, but boy, does everybody launch the loudest rockets and nobody cares. So I doubt I'll be sleeping early. Rod, 40 months, that is wild. Let's do a major air horn. 40 months of fun, informative streams. Thank you so much for all of the support. That is absolutely incredible. 40 months. I do need to pick up a friend in a couple hours. Okay, Muzid, how's it going? I'm gonna drink champagne for New Year. My dad always came home and popped a bottle of champagne for New Year's. I don't really like champagne. I just, like, I get that it's a celebratory drink, but when it comes to the actual flavor of it, I'm just not a big fan. I much would rather have like a glass of whiskey or something like that. Hobo with the 23 months, almost 2 years. Thank you, man. We'll do some squirrel and oh man, let's do Hadouken. Hey, Benny. Happy New Year's. Yeah, I hope everyone is having a great day and being safe and feeling healthy. So let's go ahead. Today's main goal, I'm hoping, like, I know we didn't stream last week because of Christmas, and I'm glad we didn't, because boy, like I said, I was just sick. You would have seen a really gross side of me. I was quite sick. But the plan for today is I'd really like to finish the gantry and get it installed. I'm not really concerned about doing the tool head today, but the main things are I want to get the X-axis on with the X-rail, the X Carriage, belt the gantry, hang the gantry, and attach all of the Z belts to it. So I did for now place the gantry inside here. I'm going to take it out because I think we'll need probably better access to it. The thing I goofed on was when I went to install this, I tilted the frame and I lost the nuts on the back of here that I can't get back in without disassembling it. So I will have to use the LDO nuts for, I think there's 4 that go back here, but everything else should be fine, and it's not a huge deal. It was kind of silly. I more just laughed at myself when I did it because I'd already done it like once or twice on stream, and you'd think I would have learned my lesson, but that's wishful thinking. So let's go ahead and momentarily set the gantry. Oops, let's set the gantry here, maybe. Yep, let's do that. And then this guy can go here. Let's see. So the heater that I was so stoked to hang up in the garage actually died like 24 to 48 hours ago. And I did some troubleshooting, did like a soft reset, hard reset, and then I ended up just ordering the exact same one because it was so cold in here. Is this gonna fit? Of course it's not gonna fit. Okay, we'll put you, man, I don't have, every surface has stuff on it. We'll place you over here. You're not super heavy. You can probably sit on top of this printer. Yeah, so I just got the same heater and it's starting to kick on. It showed up this morning, but man, because this is a decent sized garage and it was really cold, it's pretty chilly in here today. Alrighty, so if let's think we were using these little blocks to kind of hold this up. Hey, John! Okay, yeah, we'll place these guys right here. And then if I'm not mistaken, at this point, we're basically just referencing the CAD as well as the Voron 2.4 documentation. So let me see if we've got, let's see here. Okay. Turn on carrot browsing. I don't know what that is, but I don't want it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So we are basically done with, okay, so this is where we're at on the Micron. This is again the 2.4, but I think let's see, also let's check to see whether, oh no, the CAD closed. Well, let me get this opening because it always takes a while. Hey, Bearded. Hey, Steve. Happy New Year. Okay, let's see if we can get this open. I think it's this guy here. This PC hasn't been, I haven't updated the specs on this PC since we were living in California. So it's probably been now, we've been in this house for 2 years, for another house for 3.5. It's probably been like 4-ish years. And back when I was, I think maybe not building it, but when I was looking at upgrades, it was when the whole GPU shortage was, when everyone was like scalping them and using them for crypto mining. So I just got an RTX 2060 in here, which is kind of dated. And so I think that's a big reason why, especially for CAD, it's just slow. It's just slow. I don't know, like part of me is like, maybe I should upgrade, but I just use it for streaming. And so I don't know, like, I don't know how wild I want to go with the specs on this thing. Plus right now is like the worst time in the world to upgrade things like memory because of how expensive it is. So I probably will hold on for maybe another year or part of a year and see what we're looking like some point next year. Well, while this is doing its thing, let's go ahead and try to pull out the pieces we need. So we know we're gonna need an extrusion. We know we are gonna need a rail. Let's see. Where did I put? Okay, so here's one of these guys. Here is the other one of these guys. Where is our rail? That is the kind of the ultimate question right now. Here you are. Okay. I think that's probably most of what we need right now, but I don't know until we see the CAD here. So hopefully this opens up quickly. I always try to prepare. Oh, there we go. All right, that wasn't all that bad. Okie dokie. So, what is this? I don't have this looking thing on mine. That must be for a different setup. I don't know what that is, but okay. So yeah, it looks like basically just the 2 edge pieces, which we have, and then that's it. And we already have this built and the other side built as well. So let's get, let's see, what size screws are these? These should be M3, I would think. Boom, 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 boom. These are so many folders. Oh my goodness. M3/8s. Okay, so let's get out some M3/8s here. M3/8s. Jackson's sort of grand finale gift for Christmas was a bike. And that was awesome. Basically I had it hid. It was too large to wrap, so I hid it upstairs in the bathtub in the studio, and he was just so excited. It took him a little bit to get used to it. He's got the pedaling motion down because he. Oh, we can't use. Okay, so we're gonna need to use these guys, right? Yeah, we're gonna need to use these rolling nuts with these. That's right, we're using 1515s. Okay. It took him a little bit to get the. I think I mentioned that last week. That was his grand finale price, but or a Christmas gift. But yeah, he because he was sick, I didn't want to take him outside too much. But there was a day where we had a bit of warmth, and I bundled him up. Let's see. Look at this guy, dude. Let's see. He was stoked, man. Yeah, we went down to the park, and he rode like a champ. The only thing that was difficult was going down the curbs. We have, like, the curbs here are kind of smooth where they don't just drop, they sort of go downward. But like when you go down, the back tires, like the training wheels go up, and he bailed out like once. But he was fine. He was fine. Okay, so I think for all of these, we've pretty much just been doing every other. So we'll do similar. So for this, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 6 rails. Dude, he's a big guy now, BBs. He's a big guy. It's crazy. Lately when I'm like sitting in bed trying to sleep, I just think about everything. Like everything in life just hits me when I'm trying to sleep. And I was just thinking yesterday, like, oh my gosh, he's already 3. I was like, I was doing like, my brain is just weird, but I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, like 6 times the amount of times we've had him so far, and he'll be 18. And like, it made me sick to my stomach a little bit. I know that's a long time, but like the last 3 years, I feel like he just showed up. I don't understand how he's already 3. Yeah, he's a big dude. Like, I look at him and I'm like, where's my baby? He's a big guy now. Hey, Kenneth. I know time goes by quick. I know everybody's told me, like, make sure you enjoy, because like time goes by so fast. But man, it doesn't matter how, like, there's no preparing for it. It just hits you. It just hits you in the face, man. Okay, so we'll just load these in here. I kind of remember when my younger son was that age. Now he's 6'3". Oh my god. Yeah, that is a man. That is also very tall. Are you very tall as well? Mine just turned 13. It happens so fast. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. And he's so independent. Like, I don't know. I assume like it's fairly normal, but the amount of times where like, I'm here, let daddy help you, he says like, no. He says, no, I don't need you. I got it. I'm like, dude, stop. Like, don't tell me that. You make me sad, man. All right. So we will just kind of approximately space these out for now. Yeah, he's a really like super independent, which like I guess there's good things about, but I'm like, no, like let me help you. Last couple years went, yeah, I feel like, I mean, I know I said this before, but I feel like since 2020 when the lockdowns happened, like life's just been a blur after that. I remember things going at a different pace. I'm sure they didn't, but like it feels like it to me. Ever since then, just things are going so quick. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of place this rail here. It's on autofocus right now. If it starts to get annoying, someone just let me know in the chat, and I'll put it on manual focus. You go there, you go there, you go there, and you go there. I think that's about right, maybe. The I can do it phases challenge. Yeah. Yeah, it is. John, hey, thank you so much for becoming a member, man. Cheers. 1 minute it's January, next minute it's June, then Blink Knits December. Oh, Blink and it's December. I was like, what is Blink Knits? Yeah, the last half of the year. Yeah, the first half of the year for me was like with work stuff was, well, it was one, it was like Erin pregnant, and then two, it was Liper and we were hosting LBX in New York. So I didn't do much with that as far as preparations go, but that was kind of like the main talking point at work was we're getting ready for this big event. And then once that happened and Landon was born, the rest of the year just I don't know, it just disappeared on me. 1 second it was August and we were having a baby, and the next second it's, you know, it's New Year's. I just don't understand. Absolutely, John, it is a pleasure. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here and being a part of it all. Time is a funny thing. It always moves at the same speed, but it can feel like it's both crawling along and flying. Yeah, yeah. It's true. I mean, like, for lately, the thing that makes it feel like time is standing still is, so Landon, I joke a little bit about it, but there's kind of some truth to it. Like, I've never met a baby quite as rageful as our son Landon. He goes from like, hey man, I'm cool, everything's great, to like screaming as if someone were trying to hurt him in like seconds. And so, well, Jackson was always like, you know, yeah, he's happy. Okay, he's getting a little irritated. Let's put some milk on. No. We have like no warning with Landon. And so the bottle of milk takes 5.5 minutes to heat up in this like water warmer thing we have. That 5.5 minutes feels like the longest 5.5 minutes every single day for both Aaron and myself. I mean, mostly her, but both of us. It's just like, oh my gosh, you know, like, how can 5 minutes feel like so long, or 5.5 minutes? And then the weeks and months are just like, huh, I guess that's December, you know? Okay, so it looks like there's no instructions on this, but based off of the, are we gonna not be able to slide? Okay, we're sliding a little bit. Based off the CAD, I guess is the word I'm looking for here. It looks like, stop clicking on you. It looks like it's relatively centered between these two pieces, and I have to assume that these pieces are the same. Like if we look at top down, I assume the width of them is the same. So based off that, I think we just center the rail on the extrusion here. I enjoy the streams you put out. Thank you, Fagley. It makes me happy. I mentioned it before, but like I'd wanted to stream for a long time, but I'm such a scatterbrain. I'm such a I'm a squirrel basically in a human suit. And so I just wasn't sure like how it would go, if people would enjoy it. Like I'd been making, you know, like relatively concise edited videos for so long that I was like, I don't know. And then I was in between jobs for a little bit and was like, all right, well, like now is the time. Let's just slide this to one end and get an approximation of how much distance we have. I was in between jobs and was like, all right, well, like I've got the time right now. Let's try it and see like how I like it, if anyone actually enjoys it. And wait, I'm being silly. There's jigs for this. Ignore me. There's 99% sure I've got a jig. I don't need to do this whole thing. Yeah, so I tried it and like it was rough. As far as the setup goes, I was using this. We were renting a 700 square foot condo, and the the space was a challenge, and so I basically took this IKEA cart and makeshift the streaming setup, and it worked. It definitely wasn't anything great, but it was enough for me to like test it out and see whether I enjoyed it, see whether, you know, people enjoy it, and it's been so fun. I can't believe, I mean, Rod's been a member for 40 months, and I know that I didn't have members available for at least some months. So, I mean, it's probably been 4 years now, which is just incredible. Like, and I'm very thankful that I, you know, did start streaming because it's been awesome. Okay, I am not seeing the jig, and I know I have it. Okay, what's this? This is a Z jig, so maybe it's in here. Let's see. We've got this little space jig. Okay, here's an X. There's an X. It's gonna look like that. Here's another one. Cool. Let's see if I've got one more of those little rail centering jigs as well. I think this will do it. I think this will do it. Let's give this a go. All right. Hey, Clown! Why is it that days feel long but years feel short? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Days don't, I mean, depending on the day, they don't always feel long to me. Like, there's plenty of days, especially with like YouTube and kids and day job stuff, where I'm just like, I don't have enough hours. I never have enough time to get done with the work I need to get done. And so in that regard, it feels pretty short. But I guess when there's like certain things you don't want to do, I think that's when the days end up really feeling long. Okay, I think that's centered enough. Like, that's probably fine. Okay, and then we'll just place these little guys on here to keep things. I'm gonna have to move this around a bit. Okay, let's do one right here and one right here. That should work. Let's see. Hey, Isaiah. Yeah, hey, Isaiah. Usually I'm at work when you stream in the background, so mostly just listening. I'm off today, so I actually get to listen and watch. Nice. Yeah, I know the timing is weird, and the reason why the time is what it is was because when I was at that moment in between jobs, I didn't really have a schedule. It was like, I need to get a schedule, otherwise I'm gonna like sleep all day and be up all night, because that's sort of always been my schedule, is like those vampire schedules. Like, that's not good. So I think we bumped the streams. I think we had initially were streaming an hour before this, and then over time we bumped it like forward 2 times, and now we've like reverted back an hour. But the reason why I did midday was like, it forced me to get up, be on a schedule, and like just get going. And then it ended up, we just stuck with it for a while. And so much of the audience is actually like not in the US, where I was like, okay, well, I feel bad reverting to a much later time, because I know it's impossible for them to watch. But then the downside is there's so many people in the US that are, not remote or just can't have the ability to watch. So there's not really, I don't think there's really a perfect solution, but that's kind of why the time is, what it is. I was late to the streaming party, but I love them. It's nice to have less formal format and feel more personal. We get to know it. Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I think that I know it's not for everyone, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, for people that are like, no, I don't really like, the streams are like kind of too scattery. I just like the, edited content. Like, I don't have any issue with that at all. But I agree, like, it does feel a lot more casual for me. I don't have to like, I mean, there's still prep, don't get me wrong, as far as like, do I have the parts I need? But there's not nearly as much prep as like editing out a video and doing all that. I get to just kind of, shoot the, I don't like swearing on the channel, but shoot the shit. And yeah, it's just fun. It's just a good time. I've learned a ton of stuff too. Like, there's lots of people in chat that have told me things. I'm like, wow, that's a great tip. Like, I'm pretty sure it was during a live stream. You guys watched me building something, and everything should be tight, but I had to remove some, like, I think it was hot glue or super glue or something. No, it was hot glue. And I was like peeling away at it, and someone was like, just use isopropyl alcohol. I'm like, what? And isopropyl alcohol is like magic when it comes to removing hot glue, and I had no idea. So, like, I mean, there's little things like that over the years. I'm like, wow, thank you guys. You've helped me a lot in random things. So I have arrived. You may call off the search party. Hey, Dark. Happy New Year's, man. I'm always working, but I'm at home caregiver. Yeah, I know you've got a busy schedule, Lisa. I feel like you've been able to tune in quite a bit more lately, though. I feel like there's a period of time where you weren't able to tune quite as much. Maybe. We bumped it because of Aaron's. Oh, is that what it was? That makes sense, because Aaron was going into work sometimes like 4, and if we were streaming at 1, then okay, that makes sense. So we technically could revert back since she's at home now, but I like this schedule. I think noon works fine. The time is fine. I bounce in and out during meetings. Got it. Okay. So let's take another look at the CAD here. So our rail's on, and it looks like we have got okay, so these bolts must be already in there then, right? Yeah, okay. So there's basically two on top, and one on the bottom. Is that it? One on the bottom. Okay, so two on top, one on bottom, and the rails facing towards the front. So let's change our rail position. Let's get, so 2 on top, 1 on bottom on both sides. Let's do that. Daniel makes me feel like I'm not horrible at the hobby. I'm modding my LDO Micron to use bamboo nozzles, having issues. Oh no. Yeah, my goal is to show you that I screw up plenty. That was another big reason I started streaming too, was I had some people that were like, in comments on the videos, that were kind of like frustrated, saying things like, oh, like your prints look so nice, like I've been struggling, I've been having issues. And in my head, I just assume that like people have to realize that this isn't the first time, right? And so this was kind of a nice way to show people like, no, I screw up all the time. And it's not about screwing up or not screwing up. It's kind of like, let's figure out how to fix this mess up or you know, troubleshoot our way through it. And so that was a big factor as well, was just being able to share like, no, I mess up plenty, like tons. How much work is the mod that you're doing, Lisa? So I'm doing I know that that's a mod. I'm doing an install video for Micro Swiss in January. Actually, I have this entire carbon right here. But I'm installing the Micro Swiss hot end, which I know is definitely a pricier hot end than going with bamboo. I do like Micro Swisses a lot because of the fact that it's just really solid. You can cold tighten it. You don't have to hot tighten it, and they have a wild amount of nozzles. But from the standpoint of like budget friendly, I do understand the appeal of using bamboo hot ends. They're inexpensive and they've proven themselves to be quite resilient. Where did you get those 1, 2, 3 blocks? Honestly, Amazon. They are nothing they are nothing special. I can link in chat if you want. I don't think they were very expensive. They've been great. I've used them for years. I think I've purchased 2 sets of them from the same seller on Amazon, but I can post the exact ones. I don't know if my Amazon is logged in though. It is logged in. Okay. Let's see if I go under orders. And I go under 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that'll show it up. Nope. Oh, it did. Yeah, here we go. Oh, well, I'll share the link, but it's currently unavailable. I don't know when they'll be back. That's ironic. I guess it's a hot item, 1, 2, 3 blocks, but this is the one I got. I just went with it because it had 4.7 stars and 3,000 plus reviews. But yeah, if they do end up coming back in stock, I can vouch. Granted, I have nothing to compare them against. They're the only blocks I've ever had, but they've worked great for years, so I don't know what else really. I think I did rust out one of them though. Because they come covered in like a bit of a machine oil or something like that, and I had a drink one stream that I had next to a block that the condensation of it like dripped down and got on the block, and yeah, it rusted it. Okay. So we've got 2 on top. Now the next thing I need to figure out is which one goes on which side, because that is going to matter. Yeah, absolutely. I can tell you too, like, just if you're curious as to what I paid for them. Let's see, what did I pay for them? View your item, view order details. So, yeah, so they were $23.99 for a set of 2 of them. So I don't know what they usually go for, but in my mind, like, $12 per block seems reasonable. And it's one of those things where, like, there's plenty of things I'll go with a cheaper option. Absolutely no problem with that. But when it comes to a thing that's like intended to make sure things are square or flat or aligned, like I was like, I'm gonna go with ones that aren't the cheapest option. So yeah, they've been great. And like I said, I've purchased I think 2 pairs of them, and they've been really solid. So okay, let's look at the CAD. Amazon has lots of choices. Yeah, there's you can probably, I mean, if you want to get one, there's probably plenty of other options. I just wanted to share the ones I got since I've used them. That's not an affiliate link. It's just a regular link. I've got way too many projects on the go going into 2026 and what to do. Start planning a box turtle build. Nice. I did back the snapping turtle or whatever it's called. I think it's called snapping turtle. I just got one of them though. I might end up getting more depending on how well it works out. I still think, I know we talked about this last week, but I still think that I'm probably going to install the Jabberwocky toolhead on my 2.4 for now. And if I end up doing a stealth changer or tap changer I can never remember what's the current one that everyone's actually building. I'll probably just end up pulling it off at that point and then maybe putting it on here. But for now, I want to keep this with the ant head since that's how it's intended to be built. And I already printed all the parts out in the color scheme for the 2.4. I realize that's a silly excuse for not wanting to like reprint parts, but like the wheels are in motion, right? So I think that's what we'll do. We'll install it on there. If I can find my beacon, my closet is a mess and it's just full of printer parts, but hopefully I can find my old beacon. So the 2.4 will get the Jabberwocky with the beacon, and then hopefully once the snapping turtle comes in, I think that it's using the kit is using a orbiter, I'm pretty sure, so the mounting hole should align, so I should be able to just pop that on top and then hopefully plug it into the Nighthawk board that comes with that kit. So that's the stealth changer. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, the reason why, like, when I think of stealth changer, it makes me think of the stealth burner. And I know that most people aren't using stealth burners on those builds. They're using, like, I think dragons. What's it called? The dragon burner. I think most people are using dragon burners or something smaller. And so that's why it throws me off when I say stealth changer, but just ordered my first set of blocks. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, they're great to have. I mean, I've got these, like, these are also Amazon purchased, and I mean, I don't know how good these are. I've used them for a lot of years, and I think they're decent enough. But when I can, I prefer the 1, 2, 3 blocks. Just the mass of them, to me, makes them easier to work with versus this sort of thinner side on this. It makes it a little bit more wobbly. But I do have a set of both of these guys. And these are the machinist squares. I've got a bunch of different sizes of them. So these have also, a couple of them have started to rust a little bit. Okay, yeah, so Dragon Burner Anthead, yep. I think Anthead is most common, but they have a variety of options. Have Zol on mine. Oh, you can use Zol with the Stealth Changer? I didn't even realize that was an option. I don't think I've seen that. That's cool. Okay, so let's make sure we've got this correct. So if we've got these pieces facing, looks like basically like this, we want the toothed idler to be on the bottom on this side and the top on this side. Yeah, this looks right. Sweet. And then the only other thing I'm curious about is hardware. Are these M38s? What are these? What are you? You are... Yeah, M38. I have to assume these are also M38s. Yeah. Wait, yep. And then let's just make sure the bottom one might be bigger. Yeah, M3, okay, definitely bigger. M320 on the bottom. Okay, so we've got, let's start off with the top ones, the M38s that we've got out already. Wow, let me change the angle just a little bit. I always feel weird having it exactly in line with what I'm working on. There we go. Oh yeah, it's on autofocus, I think, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let me know when my hand starts to get annoying, because I have a feeling it's gonna want to focus on my hand here. Do I need to loosen you, or yeah, we can do this. We can do this. All right. I can't believe it's the last stream of the year, man. Crazy. I don't know what we've got planned for next year. Basically, the first thing is we're gonna finish this up. That is a definite. And then after that, probably pull out the VCore 4 and finally get it updated and functioning correctly. I've had the parts from Rat Rig for a while, and I just haven't had the opportunity to actually put in the time to get it working. So we'll probably do that. And then I really want to convert the Mark IV to a 4.1. So I think I'm gonna reach out to Crucia and see if they're interested in sending a kit. And if not, that's fine. I'll very likely just end up picking one up because it's definitely something I want to do. Hey, hon. Happy New Year. Ugh. These are a little tight. Why are we? I'm using the right screws. They are button heads. I'm 99% sure it's what it showed. I looked up Revo mod. It ends up being $80 if you already have the nozzles. The heart forge is 50 or 10 if you have bamboo parts already. Okay, got it. So the Revo mod is similar price to the one I'll be doing. I think the Micro Swiss hot end is 80 bucks as well. Why are we not going in? Is it me? Is it we need to be a little bit more aggressive? What's going on here? Or are we not aligned correctly? Feels like it shouldn't be that difficult. What is happening? Okay, I think we're going in. Yeah, we're going in. It just seems like the holes for these are like the exact same size as the button head, and so it's just rubbing on the way down, making it require a little bit more force. That's okay. Okay, let's just make sure that I still can access. Yeah, we'll be fine. I can still slide in this guy in a little bit here, so awesome sauce. Let's do the other side now. Yeah, Erin got sick too, but she got lucky in that she's usually, like, her immune system is usually not great, and so typically when a cold comes through, like, she catches it before me, and it's usually much more aggressive. But this time, oh, why are we lagging? That was interesting. But this time that wasn't the case. This time she didn't get it until after, and it seems like it was definitely milder. But she was okay on Christmas, which was at least nice, so she didn't feel bad on Christmas. Okay, so yeah, we just gotta do a little pokey to get it started. There we go. It wants to focus on my fingers. Focus on the part. Okay. My greatest frustration with this build is the attaching the floating carriage system to both the belts and rails at the same time. Belts are like my kryptonite. Anyone that's been watching me stream for a while knows this. So I am not excited about belting this. I mean, I'll be excited when it's done. It's right, like it's such a big step in the build process. But yeah, I just suck at putting the belts on. I always have a hard time feeding it around the idlers, and then, yeah, it's just a struggle every time. But we get through it usually after enough laughter and I don't know, just, yeah, we'll get through it. Wait, did we lose? Wait a minute. No! 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 Well, I gotta take that side off. Well, I could technically... Let's try cheating really quick. Let's see if we use... Let's try using one of LDO's drop-in nuts. This one fell out, I guess, as I was turning it and didn't see it. That's frustrating. I don't know how I didn't see it. I guess it makes sense. Every time I tell Erin after a stream, like, I did so many dumb things on today's stream. Like, I really did a lot of silly stuff. She's like, well, you're like trying to multitask and like talk and do things. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I gotta give myself a little bit of credit. But Z-belts are just the worst part. Yeah. It took me 9 hours back to back basically to get the footing. Oh my gosh. Well, we don't have 9 hours, and I certainly hope it doesn't take that long. Okay, so we're gonna use a zip tie here to basically try to get this guy in place. Not to get it in place, but to like elevate it, because otherwise what'll happen is, let me zoom out a little bit here.
For the belting moral support fund.
Durdakle, thank you so much for the donation. Let's do Hadouken. For the belting moral or morale support fund, thank Klee. It's become much less painful with R1. Awesome. Thank you, Klee. You're a legend. All right, so let's try to get this guy in here flat, and then we will drop this nut. Oh, that was right. That was the struggle, was that it doesn't want to lay flat on the zip tie either. Okay, let's see if we can just somehow get this guy in line. Okay, I'm gonna need a couple things here. I'm gonna need a light so I can look down into this hole and see that we are not aligned. I definitely don't even see the nut. And then let's get something else that we can sort of poke in here. Boop, 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 boop. Nope, that's not working. Why are we not? Interesting. Okay, let's try another zip tie. Okay, all right, let's see. Push, push, push. I think I see it. I think I see it. This is, of course, this is like the deepest cavity out of the bunch, so it's like, I can't tell if I'm seeing it or if I'm... Oh yeah, I passed it. Okay, I don't know if this is the call. Maybe I should just, Okay, so it's perfectly aligned, but I have nothing underneath it, which makes me think that the screw probably won't grab it, but let's try it. So we said this was an M320, right? I think that's what we said. So let's find an M320 and see whether I'm able to pull it. If I can't pull it, I can try to shove another zip tie under it and see if that works. And if not, I'm just taking this thing off again. I just would rather not. But it's not the end of the world if we have to, I suppose. These are M325s. These are these socket heads? I think they were flat, right? Yeah, these are button heads. M320, M320. Are you M320s? You are. Yeah, I don't remember what it was like to belt the 2.4. It's been a long time. I don't even know if I did it on stream either. So we'll see how this goes. Try to see, like, it might reach. Let's see. It might reach. Oh, come on. Yes! Yes! It reached! Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. It's a New Year's miracle. All right. Well, that worked out, I guess. I think that these are in as far as there's a slight gap, actually. I'm gonna loosen this just a hair, which maybe is not a good call because that might be all I have. I'm just gonna push these joints, inward to make sure that they're as far inward as they can go. I think that they are, but I do see a slight gap, and I just don't know whether that's just by design or whether that is me not having things in far enough. Yeah, I think that's as far as it goes in. Okay. Last time I rebuilt the Gantry on Micron, I put tape on the ends of the extrusions after I put the nuts in. Yeah, someone mentioned that. I should have done that. I absolutely should have done that after the first time a nut fell out. I keep over, what's the word? I think I'm a little overconfident in my ability to remember where nuts are and not tilt in that direction. This one I'm actually surprised about that one fell out because I don't think I tilted the rail. I mean, clearly I did. Let's see. What else is everyone saying? Someone, the brain makes you forget traumatic experiences. I understand. Someone did specialty no drop nuts for the Gantry Z retainers though that help with keeping the nuts aligned. I don't know if they're in the mod repo. Been a while since I built a Micron. I don't know if I saw them. The ones I saw, I think that Heart K had 2 different options in the repo, and I went with the one I'm pretty sure that he said he recommended. My biggest I guess complaint would be, which it could be me, is that they slide. I wish that they had a little bit more, I almost wish I purposefully over extruded so that way when they were in here and you put them in place, they didn't just free slide on their own. I did that on my V0, I'm pretty sure. I just had a really bad printer profile, and so all of those all of the no drop nut things were over extruded, and hold on, let me focus on this really quick. And they didn't slide. The downside of that was they were actually a pain in the butt to get into the rail. Like, it took a lot of force, but a happy medium would have been perfect. Okay. I see our nut. Oh no! Okay, I think it actually lines up. I think it lined up perfectly. What did I didn't take out a second one. Why didn't I do that? Come on, Daniel. Hi everybody. Hey, I was born on Friday. Hi everybody. As is tradition, I lost money betting on the Danish royal speech. Oh no. Build's going pretty good. Yeah, the game plan today is to get this guy attached onto the gantry, get the gantry belted, get the gantry hung. Will that all happen? I don't know. I hope so. I'm fairly confident, but we'll see. But yeah, everything's going pretty good so far. ask me in 30 minutes and I'll let you know. Also tip, I would keep the frame pieces a little loose to ensure it conforms to the shape of a larger frame and fits good. Yeah, I didn't do that. I think my plan is going to be to loosen them up shortly here. We talked a little bit about that last week. Especially the extrusion back here. You can't see that, but like the back end of it, especially that one. But yeah, I'll very likely end up doing that with all of them. Okay, so let's go to... Oh, that's my old address. I was like, I doxed myself, even though I've had my address out there, but that is the rental address that we were at. Let's see. There we go. All right, so that's fine. We already built that for our XY joints. We just finished doing this. All this talk reminds me I need more M5 roll-ins. Order them now, get face before you forget. Okay, so we're gonna have this, flip the gantry around for the next step. So we'll flip this upside down. All this talk on, the normal no-drop nuts are too wide. If I recall, I cut down some for my first build, found a combined no-drop nut for the gantry mount on printables, which I think is what I used on my R1 upgrade. Got it. Yeah, if I remember this, the next time I build something like this, like a Micron or 2.4, I will probably do some experimentation with no-drop nuts, both seeing a little bit more of what's out there, as well as playing around with my print profile a bit to see if I can get them to a sweet spot where they basically slide in, slide in relatively easily, but don't slide so easily that every time I tilt the frame, they're, flying all over the place. Okay, so let's flip this. I'm trying to think right now. So these ones already fell out, so I should be able to flip the frame like this and not have anything fall on me as far as the nuts go. What? What? Where did you fall from, dude? A nut fell out. You guys didn't see it, but a nut did fall out. Let's see. So these ones are the only ones that aren't attached, and those have two nuts in there. 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 So this one must have been an extra one that fell out, but didn't totally fall out till now. That's fine. It's the same area. Okay. So I'm gonna probably turn off autofocus because it's just gonna be a lot of arm hair shots otherwise. We can get a sip of water and then we'll get this mounted. So there's only one direction this can go, which is like this. And this is going to go, man, those holes, I should probably ream out. I don't know if I have a reamer actually that's that small, but I should probably use something. There's a little bit of plastic in the holes there. And I would rather not shove that into the tiny M2 threads. Stop dropping these nuts, sorry. No drop nuts should be printed from ASA or ABS2. I would. It probably doesn't matter. They're in the extrusion, and the extrusion dissipates heat, acts as a heat sink essentially, since it's aluminum. So, I doubt they're ever really going to deform. But for the sake of intended tolerances, I think they're almost always intended to be printed out of ABS, especially if they're in the Voron repo. Maybe if you find them elsewhere, then I don't know, because not all printer builds are ABS, but For specific ones, I would say yes. Yeah, so let's see if I've got, this side doesn't look so bad. You know what, I could probably just take like an Allen key or something if I need to. Because I'm pretty sure the smallest reamer I have is like M3. Yeah, there's definitely nothing in here. You know what, I might have a tiny drill bit that would work as well. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. This looks like it's smaller, or small enough. Let's take it off of here and we'll just shove these. Just kind of work the top a little bit. It's not that bad. It's like two, it looks like two of the walls just basically didn't stick super well. Yeah, that looks probably fine enough. And this side, I think we don't need to do anything with. So just I having flashbacks of the V0 build, and I just know that if I can avoid getting plastic inside where the threads are, I will be a happier guy for it. So, okay. Okay. Awesome sauce. What did let's see. When I was attaching the floating carriage, one of the nuts fell out when loosening a screw slightly, and I used, oh God. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I'm like, I can remember having to do something similar. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Everyone put out all the good energy into the universe, please. All right, let's see. I don't know what size these are. Definitely M2, but they're pretty long. M212s. All right. M212s, M212s, M212s. This looks like maybe M212s. They are. Awesome. And these are gonna probably be just a 1.5 millimeter driver situation. Sure is. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, we'll just go kind of loosely for now. All these, get them all installed, and I'll tighten them down after. These screws are so small. I know it's all like relative, and when you see it on here, because it's a small printer, they probably don't look that small, but man, from building like a quote unquote normal size printer, and then this, it's just, they're so tiny, so delicate. All right, so that one's all in loosely. Like I said, I'll tighten it down in a moment. Let's just get the other side in. Let's take out all 4 screws that we'll need. Really happy that the the drop-in LDO nut was able to grab just barely. I had to push that screw all the way in, and I think it got like 1 thread, but that was all I needed. So all I needed was 1 thread to be able to pull it up. This one could have probably used it. I probably could have used a little bit of drilling. Come on, baby. Shove this in here. Dear God, that one could have used drilling. Rod, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, man. Cheers. Let's see. Durdako got one. Zach got one. Beats got one. BJ got one, and Tim got one. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Happy New Year's. So this one's gonna be a little bit tricky. Do I have something? I just don't want to push the plastic downward. Lucky bastards. Why is this? Okay, we're just gonna thread it. It's still going in, it just isn't dropping in. if you have not already, I don't think I've mentioned it today, hit the like button for the last stream of the year. At least my last stream of the year. There probably will be people streaming tonight. Is Steve streaming tonight? I haven't talked to Steve since Christmas. Okay. My Achilles heel in printer building is crimping JST connectors. I can't believe how easy Steve builds makes it look. Once I get my wires crimped and cables assembled, I lace them with dental floss. I'm fine. So, on my V0 initial build, that was the most crimping I've ever done in my life. And it was not a kit, so like everything had to be crimped basically. And my kryptonite, by far, was the Micro Fit 2.0s. I was like, this is the worst thing ever. Why would people create these? Largely it was not me not knowing what I was doing. And I still, like, every time, I don't use them that often. So when I do, I'm like, which direction do they go in? Having proper crimpers made a world of a difference. I'm pretty good with regular, like, JST, the 2.0 or 2mm spacing pins. I can't remember what the heck they're called. I always forget. But there are, like, I think it's the JST PH that are one size smaller. I can do those, but those ones still kind of frustrate me, and I've had issues before. And anything smaller than that, there's just no way. I've tried. I just buy, Amazon sells pre-crimped wires now for, like, the smaller JSTs, and so I'll oftentimes just, like, cut and solder in those cases. Steve is streaming, cool. I figured he's an animal. Like, I figured he would be. He doesn't take off. I told him, like, dude, your, like, ability to stream long hours is insane, Steve. Okay, so yeah, this definitely feels a little bit tight. So we will, I don't know if it makes sense to loosen things now or wait until it's hung. I guess that this isn't actually going to be attached to the Z-belt. So let's start by loosening this. And where's my two? Let's loosen this because this feels like the pull is a little bit either too close or too far. I don't know, but just not exactly right. So let's loosen you a little bit. Let's loosen you a little bit. And then let's flip this over. How do you get your stream thumbnails? Do you build the printer twice? No, not at all. The thumbnail, like, for this week's stream was the Gantry, but without the X Carriage. So that's what the photo is. We did the outer Y and back of the Gantry last week. So I threw that on the printer, took a photo of it, and then took it back off. But this is what we've done this week so far. No, I definitely am not. Definitely not building the printer, taking the thumbnail, disassembling it. Wait, where did this? Oh my god, the nuts, dude, they just keep falling. I have a feeling it's all the same area because there just wasn't, I don't think there was nuts anywhere else. Yeah, no. I don't have that level of patience or commitment to build just for the thumbnail. Not at all, not at all. No, I just try to do, like, whatever we've done from the previous week's stream, like, sort of place it in a way that looks nice and then take a photo of that. Still doesn't feel as smooth as it should to me, and I don't know whether that is... These should not... Oh, actually, no, it could be... What am I saying? It totally could be these, because if I'm moving this, it's going to move the entire thing like, closer or further away. So maybe I don't worry about it at this point and just leave it, and then basically... Let me take off these rail stops. Because it feels a little bit smoother up here, in my opinion. This is probably fine. It's not too bad. Someone remind me to tighten this up once we get it on the frame, please. It won't fall out, like, everything should be fine enough for now. But I still want to, like, loosen everything and kind of work it in a little bit. But I think that's probably... Oh, we did drop a nut this time that we didn't want to drop. Dude, Yeah, taping the ends of this is a good call. I'm dropping nuts everywhere now. Okay, let me fix what I've done. Let me fix my mistake, or not my mistake, but it's kind of a mistake. My whoopsie here. Okay, this one has 2. Great. Technically, these ones don't even have to be in right now. Now that I think about it, I could just pop these in later. They're at the very end. That could be the better call. Okay, so that one's all in. I wonder if that's what I should be doing, is not even loading these in right now and just waiting. Okay, so that one's got 2, and this one now has 2 as well. Use tape lane for, okay, all right, I will use tape. Let me see if I've got, I just want to use, if I'm going to use tape, I want to use like a painter's, yeah, I do, I got blue painter's tape. We'll put a little piece of tape, here. Okay, so it's just on the, let's see if this tape even holds. Kind of crappy tape. It's probably the, is it 3M? No, it's Scotch. It's decent. It should be decent. Name brand tape. It's basically the only nuts that are at risk are these ones right now. Everything else should be fastened. We'll keep the tape out though in case we run into another situation where we need it. Okay. Hey, Penguin! It's not sticking all that well. Alright, well, at least I can say I tried. Let's also take these out on this side as well. Liz! Thank you so much for the 33 months. Happy holidays. Happy... No, it's not New Year's for you. It's not New Year's yet for you. Happy New Year's Eve. Okay, yeah, that's not feeling too bad. It's definitely starting to feel better, and I assume that once we loosen up back here or here, and these guys can move, it might get even smoother, but that's really not, it's not bad. And if I remember correctly, the reason why it's not sliding quite as much either is because these were pre-greased, so there's a little bit of friction from that grease that needs to get worked in eventually. Still have 9 hours, nice. Yeah, so you are, so yeah, you're like East Coast time then, so you're 2 hours ahead of me. Are you doing anything for New Year's Eve or for New Year's, or not really, just chilling? All right, I think is it belt time? Is it, dare I say it's belt time? Let's see. So we did that. Wait, so even on the 2.4, they recommend doing the Z before the AB? I was planning on, based off what I'd heard, belting the gantry before installing it. Is that not the play? Let's do a little poll here. Start a poll. All right. Should we belt AB before Z? Yes or no? All right, let's leave this open for like 2 minutes here. Pretty sure Micron is recommended to belt first because of the tiny spaces of pain. Yeah, it seemed like last week most people were saying yes, but let's just do a quick little poll here. Streaming and then hanging out, zombie stream or relax evening. Nice. Are you guys gonna stream? Are you going to be streaming until like it's the new year or no? Ballistic, what's up, buddy? Happy New Year, man. Thank you so much for the 5 gift memberships. Let's see, John got one, Joseph got one, Petty Rexon got one, Marky Norris, and Simon got one as well. Thank you, man. You got anything going on for New Year's? Yeah, we are doing a whole lot of nothing here. We don't usually do much, but sorry, J Innovation. Yeah, happy New Year's Eve, man. Yo, we're not doing nothing, not doing anything. I mean, we haven't done a whole lot in years for New Year's. We usually just sort of hang out and like watch the countdown, but since my parents moved out here for New Year, like moved out here for the winter time, they're out here in Idaho. I'm trying to get together with them, but my mom's been sick for quite a while, and so she's basically not wanting to leave so she can rest, and so it'll be just me, Aaron, Jackson, and Landon. So I don't think we're doing anything. Maybe we'll watch the countdown. I'm kind of hoping I can convince Aaron to watch a couple episodes of Stranger Things. I'll just be hanging out with some friends. Nice. That sounds good. We're already stream together on Monday and have regrets of hot sauce and all. Oh, gross. I don't like that. I don't like that combination at all. I like hot sauce. My stomach doesn't love hot sauce, but I like hot sauce. And I definitely like waffles a lot. Big waffle guy. And I like olives, but just not. From a guy that likes pineapple on pizza, that seems to trigger a lot of people. That is crossing the line. That is crossing the line for me. Do you have it turned on to receive gift memberships? You have to turn on to receive gift memberships? Okay, so yeah, we've definitely lost some nuts. I don't know where they are. Like, we should have all of our things attached here. Everything should be attached there. The only place I can see them falling out from is here. There was a maximum of 4 that could have fallen out. I count 4, so maybe that's the 4 that I thought dropped before. I don't know. It was a redemption from charity stream in the summer. Got it. Oof. Yeah, the only funky thing I've eaten on stream, which was for Shammy, which I hope Shammy's all right. I was just thinking the other day, like, I was like, I haven't seen Shammy in a while, but he wanted me to eat, I think it was when myself and Steve were doing our first collab stream. Let me see, it was bananas and, was it bananas? It was bananas and, what was it? Was anyone here for that stream? It came in a tub. It's almost like a sweet mayo. I don't know what it's called because I've never had it prior to that stream. Miracle Whip. Okay, that's what it was. It was banana and Miracle Whip. I thought it was gross. I like bananas, not necessarily on sandwiches, but I like bananas, and I don't know that I like Miracle Whip, but like it reminded me too much of mayo. Like, even though it's sweeter, I just kept thinking of mayo, and I like mayo. I love mayo on burgers, chicken sandwiches, like all sorts of things, but the thought of combining mayo with like bananas and bread, like just thinking back on it, like I didn't like it, man. It was not good. Shammy's around, he's been busy. Cool, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I don't know if I was like cleaning up my studio the other day and like found a package from him or something like that, but I was just thinking about him the other day. So, and I realized, like, man, I haven't seen Shammy in many months at this point. So glad to hear he's doing good. I like Miracle Whip on like a sandwich or in a potato salad, but not with fruit. Yeah, I didn't grow up with it. I don't think I even knew what it was prior to Shammy talking about it. Maybe I could like it on something else. That first experience with fruit and bread, like I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. Pepperoni and pickles on pizza. I haven't had pickles on pizza either. Okay, we're gonna belt this thing before it goes onto the gantry. So let's do that. Let's end the poll. Let us take a deep breath in to prepare for this. I think we probably need to get the mounting point on the X Carriage. That's going to be CAD. And I don't have it on here. I've apparently removed it completely. So where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Bowden tube holder, stool holder, handle assembly. Miracle Whip was created in this. I get that like different people have different, preferences and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I never had it before, and for some reason it just kept reminding me of Mayo and the. Wait, where's the toolhead? Is there? Oh, there is. This CAD doesn't have, does it? I don't think this CAD has any toolhead stuff. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, if that's the case, let's see. Yeah, I just didn't do it for me. I guess that's all. Let's maybe the CAD for this will have it. Let's download this whole thing. It's a pretty big file. I guess it has user mods and other stuff as well, but man, 200 megabytes zipped already. $250? There we go. All right, so $250. So I just got a Trident kit I'll be building, trying to come up with a color scheme. My last two printers were Master Chief, Halo, and Genji Overwatch themed. Anyone have suggestions? Ooh. I was talking about, like, for this specific build, for the orange and blue, this was actually, I was trying to figure out what color scheme I wanted to go with, and Heart K sent me some renders, and this happened to be one of the renders. I was like, that's beautiful. I've never done that color scheme before. I'm gonna do it. So that's a tricky one. Are you trying to keep it in the theme of being video games, or it doesn't have to be? What? So I know Halo's gonna be green, and is it orange? Let's see. Like, let's see. Hold on. We're gonna take a short departure here to. Yeah. So green. Well, like a green and orange yellow. The visor's like orange. One sec. I think I got. Let's see. Wait. 1 second. One last thing. Sorry. Aaron texted me. Okay, so we'll call it like green, orange, black, and then my Halo build was close to your LDO V0 build. I'm trying to remember what the heck colors. Oh, okay, got it. And then I haven't played Overwatch since it launched. So let's see, Genji. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I played. Wait, Overwatch. Yeah, okay, Overwatch. Yeah, I haven't played it since launch then. I was confusing with Valorant for a second there. Oh, cool. Okay, so like a silver with green. Trying to think of like game characters. I'd go with a dark purple and sparkle gray. I did mostly black and gray with teal. Man, like when it comes to video game stuff, the main things I think of is stuff that my 3-year-old's like really into right now, which would be Mario, Luigi, Bowser, like basically anything Mario, he's been a big fan of. It's been a minute since I played much games like Destiny. I was a big fan of, but there's not really like a main protagonist that has a color scheme since you're constantly changing your gear. I like, it's not really video game too, we only have beat 'em up. Like the Ninja Turtles, I think sweet. Although like it might be too similar to Master Chief because you'd basically be, depending on which one you'd go with, you'd be keeping like green. You'd be keeping green. Oh gosh, Fallout. Oh, yeah. I mean, Fallout's super cool. Like, isn't the blue and isn't that like the Pip-Boy, his outfit or the jumpsuit, right? Or Fallout. Would it be a jumpsuit? Is that what it's called, or vault suit? Vault. That would be cool, man, because that's pretty different than the color schemes you said you've done. kind of a blue with yellow like that. I was looking at Fallout themed PC builds. Fallout. I'm pretty sure we have an episode to watch. I think, didn't the new episode come out today, the third one? Yeah, that could be pretty cool. It would kind of be cool too if you did include something like a badge of sort that said either Fallout or 101, or like had the like a radiation sign or something like that. Like maybe on the fan shroud, like a radiation sign, depending on like how Fallout themed you wanted to make it versus just color, like the color scheme, you know? But yeah, that's probably, yeah, I know we've scrolled off. I think there's a new one. Yeah. That's probably what I would, that's the best recommendation I got, which is agreeing with your recommendation. Fallout would be very cool. I can let you know if I think of anything else, but right now, like I said, it's been a while since I've played much, and a lot of the stuff I was playing lately, like, not lately, but like in the later era of gaming, like wasn't really iconic stuff. It was all like loot shooters and stuff like that, where it's just not a ton of like color schemes. Pick a vault number. Man, what's the vault? So we've been watching the show. What's the vault number for the vault where the main character, which I'm forgetting her name, her brother gets locked into? He gets locked inside of the vault with the like killer brain robot thing. Something like threes. I like 303 or 133. If you want to do threes, 303, 133, or all three. Maybe not all threes. It'd be cool having a different number. I like 303 or 133. It's 31? Wait, it's Vault 31? Okay, maybe do Vault 31 then, because there's a 3 in it. 031. Unless is there an O? I don't remember if there's an O in it, or if it just says Vault 31. It doesn't look like it has. It doesn't look like it has a 0 in front of it, so maybe just Vault 31. As part of the 3 vaults built in Santa Monica, the Greater Los Angeles area, Vault 33 forming Vault 31 is directly connected to their 2 vaults. In reality, the 3 vaults themselves are the focus of social experiment. I like that. Crowdsourcing. Yeah, I like Vault 31. That's because it has a 3 in it, and it also checks the box of the vault where the brother gets locked inside of, which is where I'm at right now in the show. That's what I'm going with. All right, let's extract. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of folders. Let's close all these out. Oops. Okay, so did we, yeah, here we go. CAD. Base CAD files, extruders. I think base CAD files is probably what we want. Hot end lineup. Hot end base. I don't know what we want. Here, let's do this. Let's go back. Absolutely. Glad we could be of service, man. Glad we could help. Please, if you end up doing Fallout themed, please send me some photos or tag me like wherever you end up doing it. I would absolutely love to see it. Okay, so let's import file, downloads, hit main, CAD, base CAD. Okay, let's just see what like hot end base looks like. Current project. Looking at filaments now. Okay, that is not what I wanted. I'm hoping, does anybody know? I don't know if anyone does. It's built in ahead. Is there anything that's going to show me how it attaches onto the gantry? That's the only thing I'm looking for right now, is to find a Can we just import all of them? No, only one at a time. It had Bowden, it had base, it had adapter, hot end lineup, current project. Tuxedo! How's it going, man? I was just thinking a little bit ago, I was like, man, Tuxedo's not here today. He's almost always here. You got anything going on for New Year's or not really? Okay, maybe this is it. This is a larger file. I just have no idea what the X Carriage exactly is like. Long screw, that long screw is one of the screws that goes through the belt tensioner and into the bolt in the frame. Okay. I thought you would do a live. I thought you, oh, you thought I wouldn't do a live stream today? Is that, I think that's, I wouldn't got it. Yeah. Well, I didn't want to take, dude, taking off 2 weeks in a row felt like too much. And so before this week, or before last week rolled around, I talked to Aaron and my parents that were coming over originally for both, but now just they came over for Christmas to see like if there was a preference. And we all agreed that it made more sense to take Christmas Eve off, which I'm thankful I did. I was pretty dang sick last Wednesday, and I was also in charge of cooking, and it just took a lot longer than expected. Okay, so this is clearly not the piece. These are all hot ends, which is great and all, but starting to lose a little hope that we're gonna where's the rest of the, is it because I chose, hold on, import file, no, these are base CAD files, hot end base, hot end lineup, hot ends lineup, hot end base, cartography, I assume that's not it, base grill, maybe it's this, maybe it's base grill, current project, let's try this. Zombie! Happy almost New Year, man. I don't know if Liz is still in here. She was in here a little bit ago. Said that you guys are doing a stream later on. I don't know if, did she, I don't think she confirmed whether, excuse me, you guys were streaming like through the countdown for New Year or whether it was gonna be before. Okay, I'm starting to, super glad you did. That's what I'm like, got it, okay. Yeah, no worries. He's streaming, oh, after you. I thought you said you guys were streaming together. Like, I know you said you were streaming, but I thought you said after that you were gonna be, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe you meant like hanging out in chat for that stream? I don't know. I'm doing my New Year's stream until midnight West Coast time. Got it, okay. Yeah, maybe I read it wrong. Hey, Killa. Hey, Shaggy. Killa, you've probably built an ant head. Do you know if there is a CAD file that exists so I can see how it attaches to the X Carriage? I basically want to get the X Carriage in place right now so I can belt the AB, and I don't have any reference because the CAD for Micron doesn't appear to have any tool heads on it. It just shows like basically a belt, you know, a belt there with no X Carriage. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what the, I mean, I can guess and try to find a part that looks right, but it'd be nice to have some kind of a reference. It had Bowden step file. I don't really, I just want to see what, I'm using ant head. From what I remember, you basically build it on the printer. How am I going to tension the belts then? Like I need, wait, did I open a new project? I didn't need to do that. Import file. Okay, the last file that's here is this, the carriage adapter. Current project. Oh, okay, there's this. It had GitHub. I was just there. Is there a manual that I didn't? Oh, there is documentation. Okay, let's try this. I didn't. Silly me. Why would there be documentation? All right, let's see how this goes. Okay. Not really wanting to assemble it right now. I just want to see what the carriage, there's a carriage you install on the rail. Yeah, I figured as much. I just am curious like what the tensioning. Oh, interesting. So like, no, I this is what goes on the rail, huh? Do we build the whole tool head right now then before we do the belts? Like it seems like just didn't have to wire it very specific order, which is not in the guide. Cool. Lovely. Attention's like a V0. Okay. It's been a minute since I built the V0. I remember the back plate with like teeth on it. I cannot remember. Was it tiny little plastic pieces basically with, oh wait. It was, I think that there was these little like rectangular metal pieces that you screw into. I can't remember exactly. It's been, I haven't built a V0 in some years, I think now. At least 2+ years until it gets built onto the carriage. Okay, so let's try to find. Does that mean I'm not going to be able to tension the belts until the full tool head is basically done? That doesn't seem right. Okay, let me look through this like a little bit more. It's a lot of pages to this. Yeah, you have to run the fan wires for both assemblies while installing it on the carriage. Interesting. Okay, so this is all prep. That's fine. Hot end's great. What is this? Okay, X Carriage. Okay, let's start here. This seems like a good place to start. So, Sanders to go alone, take the right carriage. For Micron, solid 4, continue to page 32. For V2 in Trident, skip to page 36. Okay, so we need, wait. Continue on to page 32. What? What? 32 is... Okay, I think that their numbering is wrong. Anyways. All right, let's just try this then. I'm pretty sure all of the... Okay, that's what we're gonna attempt to do then. So, yeah, we'll move forward with this. I just have to figure out now where in the world I put the toolhead parts. Did I even bring them downstairs or are they upstairs? I wasn't planning on doing... This looks like a toolhead piece, so I'm gonna assume that the toolhead is probably down here. Yeah, there's another toolhead piece. So there's a part that looks like... I don't see that piece. Okay, let me pull you guys up here. See if we can find the part. Yeah, the initial part looks like it would stand... Oh, second here. Don't allow. Okay. Did I screw up the stream or does it look okay? Sorry, I'm using my iPad and it thought that I said something I didn't. Hey Dominic, Happy New Year! Okay, we have a hot end mount. We've got something for an extruder. We got, it looks like another extruder piece probably. I don't see anything in here that looks like that, unless it's super tiny, but it can't be that tiny. So, is it in here by chance? Screen mounts. Fan. Okay, so here's part of the tool head. So I definitely have the tool head down here. Excuse me, it's a little stringy. Need water. Oh, sorry, mute myself for a second. Okay, so I did find the piece, which is good. It looks like I might need to clean this. I might need some flush cutters. There's a little bit of filament in these nut traps. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. How are you doing? I've just assembled the 412.4 in its upgraded version. I am very happy with it. Nice. That is awesome. I am doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, man. We were all relatively sick last week. So I think most of us here are on the tail end of it, which is nice. Jackson's still got a pretty bad cough that gets it mostly. Well, he has it a little bit throughout the day, but it mostly seems to pick up at night when he's laying down. I think it's just whatever he's got going on, you know, it's going towards his lungs at night or something. So if it's not gone by this weekend, we gotta take kiddo to the doctor. The hexagon is a break off support. Okay, cool. I will zoom in. There we go. Maybe. Wow, this is tough. Either that or my fingers are weak. Let's see if I can grab it with the flush cutters. Why are we so stuck? There we go. Okay, so that piece came off. Focus is not looking so hot. Okay, there we go. Before you install the carriage, is the X rail on the right way up? Ooh. Yeah. No? It's upside down. Yeah, it is. It is. It's on the right way up. You scared me for a second. Weak fingers. I gotta do some finger workouts, man. All right, let's see if I can get these in here now. Okay, am I installing it the wrong way? Why are we not going in? Is it because there's filament? Look, the pockets look pretty clean. There was like a tiny bit, but let me do this really quick. Maybe I'm installing them incorrectly. I don't think so. I don't think so. It seems correct. Okay, yeah, just took a little bit of force, but it's in. I saw those nuts with a rubber mallet. Oh, okay, got it. So it's not just a me thing then. I don't think I need a mallet, but I definitely need a screwdriver to give me some leverage. Okay, those are in. Nice. But that looks fine. Let's see. Micron has multiple carriage probe. In this manual, only beacon and chromatographer probe installation will be covered. Okay. All right. I don't think we need any sort of oh, words are hard right now. I don't think we need any sort of limit switches on it. I mean, we are using clicky on this, but I don't see anything on here that looks like we would need to do right now. So hey, Down Under. Just wrapped my build series with Steve. How did you ever keep up with that, man? Oh, dude, I never kept up with Steve. There was like, I think it was on on the Tic Tac build, I think I was ahead of him for a little bit, but I'm not sure if it was because he had to like reprint something or like something happened. And I remember I was so proud. I was like, oh man, like, you know. And then I think it was not even half a stream later, he's like 3 steps ahead of me. And if you look at it, if you look at the end of the build series, like he's printing like half the stream, and then my printer's finally printing. Yeah, there's no. I'm building it with the way the kit is, Zombie, and the kit comes with clicky in this case. So long term, I don't know that I'll keep clicky. I don't think I'm running clicky on anything anymore. That's not true, actually. The Merc is still running clicky. But yeah, I'm going with it for now. But I'm interested in Boop or something else. But yeah, for now, I just want to build it as is. How is Boop at this point? I haven't heard it talked about in a long time. Okay, so maybe I do need to assemble at least this bottom piece before. So your tool is emotional support bumper. If you are not using sensorless, the XN stop gets installed in the probe mount. Okay, so I need to find the probe mount, I guess. Which makes me think I might need to install magnets right now as well. What does the probe mount look like? It looks kind of like that. Is this the probe mount? I don't actually know. I don't think this is it, but I'm gonna pull out pieces that could be a probe mount. Beacon is sweet on Micron. Beacon is sweet on everything. Photography is a new hotness. Yeah, I was really trying to stick with Beacon for as long as I could, but the cost difference, man, it just makes it tough to throw it on everything. I currently have it on I have it on the VZBot, I have it on the Trident, and I have another one that's probably going on the 2.4 if I can find it. But then after that, I'm wondering if I might do that as well. Okay, I am not seeing anything else that looks like it could be a hot end bumper. So let's hope that one of these parts I grab is indeed the bumper. Okay, this looks like this has got to be it. Right? This has got to be it. Maybe? This has got to be it, right? I don't know what, no, so, hold on. So assuming that this is the route, or direction it's gonna go, I think upwards, then this would have to mount, how the heck, this doesn't seem right. Here's the magnets. I'm wondering if I can do this once this is mounted on the tool, or on the carriage. Because I don't really want to do all of the clicky wiring right now and shoving the wires through. Yeah, okay, cool. I was thinking that too. I was like, I don't feel like I need to do all this right now. I think this is basically all that I need. Let's quickly look through this just to see. So yeah, we'll do that after. Let's beacon. That's, what is this? This is backplate. Does mine have a backplate like this? I don't think so, right? The bottom of the plate, 2020 carriage assembly. Belt prep. Okay, let's just run. So is this what we're using? This little belt here? You will need to run the wires before the tool head goes on. Yeah, I'm not planning on doing the tool head right now. I just want to get the belts on so that way I can hang this thing on the Z. I'm just a little, like, the order of operations is throwing me a little bit here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip the printer the right way up. Or like, not the printer, but the gantry. And then I'm going to just attempt to run the belts, and we'll figure out the specifics of the rest of it in a little bit. What would Dominic say? Question, I'm going to clean the nozzle on my boron and need to know if it's a good idea and if it is even necessary. Thank you for the videos to help me get the printer up and running. Yeah, cleaning your nozzle is absolutely not a... That's another option. Got it. Okay, cleaning the nozzle is absolutely not a bad idea, especially if there's buildup on it. How are you planning on cleaning it though? Like, I've seen people, like, if they only print with ABS, I think I've seen people take their nozzle off and drop it in... I have it over here on the floor. What is that chemical called? Acetone. But I've never done that. For cleaning my nozzles, I've only ever heated them up to a really high temperature, then used like a brass brush to clean them. Okay, let's go ahead and just do this belt, man. It's too much. We'll figure out how to attach it once it's routed. And I think I'm just gonna cut the rest of this. Is probably unnecessary, but I think I'm just gonna cut the rest of the belt in half. We don't need belt for anything else. Yeah, I'm just gonna use up the rest of this belt. Let me cut off a piece here. We're probably going to be shortening it a lot. I assume there's quite a bit of excess belt. Melt the nozzle down to remove contamination, then cast it in a fresh mold. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to clean it if it doesn't look like it needs cleaning, but you'll know, like, once it's no longer shiny and has, you know, solidified plastic layer on it, then it's like, yeah, probably should clean it. I've noticed the main thing I've noticed from a dirty nozzle is that it can lead to more stringing, because as the plastic's getting extruded, it has an easier time building up on it. Why are we turning? Did I not? Okay, I'm just gonna do roughly about half and then I'll measure it after. I think I have it slightly twisted and it's making it a little bit challenging. Okay, what took you to say? If you drop a Revo nozzle in acetone to clean it, take the sock off first and hope the colored plastic won't dissolve. Oh, my fingers. Okay, so this one's longer. So I need to cut this guy right here. All right, should be good. All right. Okay, so we're saying this is a different carriage. At any point do they show this actually being attached onto the carriage that I have? Sure doesn't look like it. No, we'll open the giveaway in 15 minutes today. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm trying to. I want to check. Let me see. 410. I just want a visual, man. It's been so long, I don't remember. Okay, so yeah, so this looks exactly like that pretty much. So are we using... The thing I'm not understanding is, what are we sandwiching the belts with? That is what I need to know. In this case, we have these two pieces here that the belts pass in through. And then this gets top mounted. That's what I'm not understanding. So, like this piece right here, I see 4 holes, right? Which are for the rail. I see a belt path. It looks like the belts come in through the back, I think. No. So in this case, it looks like the carriage. You slide the belts in and pull it out. Okay, got it. So the belts are coming in this case, through here with the teeth in these little teeth traps. Then they're getting pulled through here, and then we're just using the rail to sandwich it. And then it gets bolted on like that. That's it? That's what was throwing me, was that like, I wasn't sure if we were needing another piece or some sort of metal block to bolt them in place like how the V0 does it. So it's basically just pull through, attach these on here loosely, and then get them tension, then tighten it in fully. Got it. Okay, it's not complicated at all. It just, you know, I haven't done it before. And it's even been a long time since I've done the V0, so I wanted to reference it. It's like, I remember there being those big metal, you know, metal pieces that you basically tension to lock it all in. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump back over. Start working on putting belts on. It's a better method than the... Yeah, I don't know what the old plate looked like, or if you're talking about the V0, but I never loved the V0, that little like metal plastic piece. That seems simpler, just to use the block itself. So let's start like... How do we want to start? I don't know, it's easier to start by just inserting it into the block, or if I should end on the block. Okay, we'll start with the top one. Okay. It does not go there. Why am I started from the front idlers? Probably not a bad idea. I love 5-minute builds. I don't know what that is. What's a 5-minute build? Okay, so it looks like this one comes out the pocket kind of like that. This one just goes loosely out that side. So this one's gonna run all the way to the back. Maybe. There we go. I've belted a lot of Core XYs, and I'm still torn right now on like, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, I always find it easier to run the belts with the Y halfway forward. Yeah, I'll try that. I'm gonna look at the CAD too. I don't know why, but it's not. It's throwing me. This one should be going towards the front, so I'm assuming it's going to wrap around this guy, but that's smooth on teeth. Wait, no, this just goes like this. Hold on. Resting Gantry 1, 2, 3 blocks. Yeah, I happened to have him here, and I was like, it was like kind of the perfect height to keep him relatively the same. Okay, that seems, no, that's wrong, because that's dropping it down, so that cannot be right. So I'm definitely doing something wrong. Cheat code to teeth, yeah. I'm doing something silly, and I can't in this very moment figure out what the heck that is. I've got smooth on the front. Here, let me look at this. All right. Okay, I have something wrong. No, I don't. This just needs to get dropped down. That's okay, got it. So I was doing that right. It's that the left side doesn't actually go on the idler at all. It drops beneath the idler and then goes around here. Okay. Okay. Not having 1, 2, 3 box, I use some cut off 2x4s. That works too. I mean, you got to use what you got. Okay, so then this guy should be going back in here and then around the. This is gonna be awkward. Let me turn this spinny around so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so this guy is going back and then around the teeth. Is there an easy access? Yeah, there is, I think. I'm gonna need to curl this. Huh. Any tips or you know what? Let's try using a zip tie to help guide this. Let's see if that does it. It almost worked. It's like right there. Come on, Bubba. Come on. Oh, it went back. It's so close to popping out. Come on. Come on. I almost wonder if I should get tweezers. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. Keep coming. There she is. All right. So now that is out. Now I need to feed it back inside, which should be a lot easier, I think. Maybe. Can the boys say hi? Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely have the kiddos come out and say hi. Let me move the flush cutters further in. Put on a little more hi-fi music. I snipped at an angle on my belts. That's maybe not a bad idea either. I usually don't because I like to have them lined up perfectly, but I guess if you cut that off in the end, it's not a big deal. But yeah, having it flat definitely makes it want to stick to everything. All right, there we go. So we got that pulled through. Now this is gonna pass all the way over here. That. And this is gonna go forward. And then wrap around this idler. Yay! I think we've got belt done. think we've got about that until I figure out that I completely missed something, but actually this one needs a little, let's see. I might need to turn this so I can access this a little easier. Yeah, let's spin this one last time. We're almost done with a belt. Hey, bud. You want to say hi, everybody? Yeah? Come here, goofball. Climb up. Climb up, say hi. Climb up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 all the way. Stand up. Stand up. Ugh. Okay. Can you say hi? Say hi. Now, Lindsay, put your shirt down. What are you doing? Say hi, like, say hi, everybody. No, not your shirt. Your shirt down. Jack, stop doing that. Stop. Otherwise, I gotta take you down. You can't lift your shirt up. Say hi, everybody. The camera. Hi. Can you say Happy New Year? Can you see himself? Yeah, he sees himself right there. What? No, we can't put soda pop on right now. Hey, Jackson, we can't do that because we've got. Hey, if we put soda pop on while Daddy's streaming, Daddy will get in trouble.
Why?
Because YouTube does not like soda pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can listen to it later after Daddy's streaming. We put on any copyright music when we're in trouble. All right, here comes Landon. The tank. Oh, he's holding on. Watch. Look at you can see your brother. Watch. Look. Hold on. Wait. Don't press it. Okay, you gonna press the button?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it. Well, two buttons, okay? 2 buttons. Here. Here, the sounds are here. There you go. 2 buttons. Only one. Oh, one more. Okay, that's it. No more. Yeah, he's a chunky monkey. They said hefty child. That's a heckin' chunker. Yeah, he's a chunky monkey. Happy New Year's, everybody. Hold on, Jackson, stop it, dude. All right, you gotta go inside now. Put your shirt down, dude. You can't. Say bye, everyone. Say Happy New Year. Okay, can you put my mouse down, please? Thank you. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah, you can't. No, lift your shirt up, bud. Yeah, go inside. Dad'll be done in a little bit, okay? You want to what? We can listen to soda pop later, bud. I promise. Hey, nice. How's it going? Yeah, Jack is obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, and there's a song called Soda Pop that he wants to listen to 1,000,000 times a day. And so he saw the Spotify was open and saw the icon for it, and that's what he wanted to play. But it is heavily copyrighted, so he cannot play it. It is very copyrighted. Yeah, Landon's a chunky monkey, man. he's all chunk. He definitely is a lot bigger of a baby than Jackson was, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a good, okay, like, so I put it on the movie the first time with Jack, not sure if he'd like it, and he became obsessed with it. Like, he's absolutely obsessed with it. I can't tell you how many times we've watched it now, but it's a lot. But both Aaron and myself actually quite like it. The songs are pretty dang good, and like there's enough like kind of funny humor and stuff in there. But yeah, we listen to that song a lot. That's like the #1 request in the house is soda pop. Okay, this looks like, I think I've got, dare I say, everything seems okay. We're gonna have to cut off quite a lot of belt, which I knew going into this. I knew that I was going excessive, but let's at least try to feed this belt. Let's at least try to feed this belt in here. There we go. Ugh. Happy New Year, nice. How was dinner? At least he's got clothes on. My child didn't wear anything at 3. Oh, geez. Yeah, no. It's even rare that he's in, like just a diaper. I guess like maybe we keep the house kind of cold, so maybe that's why, but I was debating on just doing the full nude thing when we were trying to get him potty trained, but it didn't end up needing it. Even though we're still working on it, but he he got like, he went from not being interested in using the toilet at all to like, he's pretty good at it now. Hey, it's huge. It's, you know, it was Dino, huge Dino, right? It's not Dino, it's Dino. YouTube is really strict on copyright stuff. Too bad they're so strict on clickbait and trolling. Yeah, their order of priorities is quite interesting. I will say that. Yeah, I mean, everyone that's been watching the stream knows like we've been listening to the same playlist like since the inception of me streaming, and I've even gotten copyright strikes, or claims at least, maybe not strikes, but claims on this. And I'm like, dude, I have been using this forever. It's never been an issue, but people copyright strike it even if they're not the owners of it, the content, and like it's just a huge pain, man. It's a massive pain. Okay, so this seems tight enough for right this second that it's gonna hold. I still will go over everything one more time, and I think we'll do the same thing. Starting with the idlers was a good call. And I also think, like you said, having, I think it was down under that said, but having the X rail like halfway was a better call than how I initially had it. My house is at 60 Fahrenheit. Oh my gosh. More money to printers, less to heat. Yeah, no, our house is like 60. No, I'm sorry. No, yours is 60. Ours is like 70. We keep our house at 70 pretty much always, give or take, depending on if we're sleeping. Then I like it a little bit colder. But yeah, usually that's where it's at. So it's pretty comfortable. I feel like I'm pretty sensitive to, like, I can go out in cold temperature, that's no problem, but as far as like living and working in, like, I'm kind of sensitive to temperature. I get cranky. I get cranky pretty easy. All right, so this is going straight back to the X Carriage block, like this, right? Yep. So let's just put this one in here so it doesn't pop out. Come on. Or maybe it's because like my parents, the house I grew up in, I think it was when I was in high school, maybe the AC broke, I'm pretty sure, in the main like part of the house. And so we had an add-on done to our house at one point, and the add-on had its own separate AC unit for the 2 rooms. And I think my dad like never really bothered to fix the main house's AC, because he was like, ah, if you're hot, just go in the other room. And it was a lot cheaper to cool. It was a newer AC unit, and it was just a lot cheaper to obviously cool 2 rooms. And California's electricity cost per kilowatt is way expensive. And so maybe that was part of it too, was like, now that I've got my own place, like I can actually have the AC on. But I understand the cost aspect of it. Like, luckily, the cost of electrical in Idaho is a fraction of California. I mean, we pay the same amount, or maybe a little bit more, but for two-story, 4-bedroom house to what we were paying when we were renting a 1-bedroom condo in California, the electrical was the same, because it was an older condo and less efficient, but just the cost is so much more. So I have a feeling if the bills were coming in and there were like a lot more, then yeah, maybe I'd be a bit more what's the word? Aware and strict with the temperature in the house. My house is always at a constant comfortable 70. Yeah, same here. I said the thermostat at 65. My wife sets it at 70. I turned down to 65 when she's not looking. Yeah, she gets. I feel like she gets cold. She has that fire. We have here there's a gas fire, and we have it on a lot. The biggest downside to it is that the thermostat is like not right next to the fire, but boy, is it pretty close. And so it makes the rest of the house freaking cold, because, you know, the house, it thinks it's warm because the fireplace is skewing the true temperature of the house. And so I think that's probably one of my biggest complaints with the layout and design is like, why did you guys put the thermostat so close to where a fireplace is going to be? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So maybe at some point, maybe I'll address that, but for now, we just deal with it. I am in Iowa. We're having a hot spell right now. Oh, let's open the giveaway, man. Sorry, guys. You're supposed to remind me. Come on. You gotta remind me. You gotta poke me. Say, hey, man. All right. The Polymaker filament giveaway is officially pinned in chat as of now. So we'll leave that open for maybe 30 plus minutes. And then we will do our giveaway. Okay, let's try to... Man, the viewing angle is quite awkward. I gotta get low to see where the belt is. Let's shove you right there. That didn't work. Why is it this one seem more difficult than the other one? Like I don't have as good of a view at all. Should be the same, same part. Oh, what? That wasn't supposed to pop out. How did that pop out? How did I manage to do that? Oh, is it just a loose? It just fits in a loose? Okay. I guess that's not a huge deal then. This side kind of sucks. I don't know why. I feel like visibility is not nearly as good as the other side was. Maybe it's the lighting? I don't know. The part should be basically the exact same thing. All right, let's see. There we go. We got a little flashlight action going on. Let's try a different zip tie that's not so bent, maybe. Okay, that's not helping because it's popping out that side. Oh wait, I might be able to use that to my favor. The belt wants to pop out. Wait, where's the belt gone? Come on, belt. Why you gotta do me like this? Oh. Come on, baby. Come on. I need something super... I need something like... Nope, none of this stuff's gonna work. Come on, dude. It's right here. It's right here. Come on, baby. Getting the Z-belt looped around the motor gears is a whole other story. Is it more challenging, so it's going to be more fun? I am notoriously not great at this, and that's putting it nicely. There we go. Yes! Yes! Where's our button? Where's our sound button for that?
That was easy.
Perfect. All right. So now I need to loop this back. Success. Oh, I think I dropped my nuts. Oh no, I put tape on them, so they should be okay. Yeah, that side was more challenging, and I think it's because of the little plastic piece for the one second here, let me focus for one more second. I think it's a little sensorless plastic piece because my zip tie was popping through it instead of holding firm and guiding the belt. Come on, dude. Go with my thing. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. belt's lower than it needs to be. Why are you so low? Piano wire also works well. I need to get some of that stuff, especially because it has multi-purpose. I know that people use it for like bunching wires together and having them not sag. I need to get some piano wire. Is piano wire all the same? Like if I just search piano wire, is there some piano wire that's better for what we need it for? I don't know what is going on with this belt right now though. It is way too low and they're not wanting to climb back up. Why? Why? Different thicknesses? Is there? Got it. So probably is not going to be one for all. I would imagine you'll maybe want a different size for guiding wires, another one for stuff like this. We'll call this fishing. Another size for fishing. Okay, we're doing the thing. Let's see. Oh my god, the belts are in. Let me just get let me spin it around one more time. Woohoo! I use 18 gauge for the stealth changer. It's pretty good. Probably slightly smaller than you think's needed. Like you could go bigger. I use 0.8 millimeter piano wire for belts and for PTFE umbilical stiffening. Interesting. Should do like a survey. What size wire? It's weird to me that this little piece just like press fits in. I feel like it should be attached more. Maybe it's just not an issue once the motion's just like this back there, it just doesn't fall out, but it feels like it feels odd to me that it's just loose. All right. This needs to come off. There we go. There you are. All right, there we go. Okay, belts are officially in. Let's start to tighten things up a hair. So let's make them even as much as I can. Okay, so I would say the bottom belt seems longer in both. How did I did I screw something up? The bottom belt seems longer on both sides. Let's see, can I pull this? I would call that even, I think. Yeah, that seems even. Okay, and this side seems not even. Ugh. That seems, is that off by 1? Okay, that's off by 1. Okay, so when I'm pulling the bottom one, the top one, it's adjusting the other one. That's what's happening. I was hoping to stick for the whole stream, but wife got home, so gotta get ready to head out for New Year's Eve party. Good luck with the build. Hey, thanks for hanging out as long as you did, man. Have a fun night, and please be safe out there, man. Have a good time, though. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's even. And I'm calling that even. I think we're good. I think we are good. I don't want to move my fingers. Does anybody know what belts I need, or what bolts I need for this? I just want to keep my fingers in place. Does it say, this is what, we're in the 2.0 manual. No. And alright. Also, filament giveaway is open. We got like another, let's call it 20 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes, and then we'll do our drawing. Okay, where is the bolt size? This says M3/8. I'm not convinced that that is the right size for this. It could be. I could try it. I could try M3/8. I know it's a different part though. This is the part I've got. Should we assume it's M3/8 as well? What hot end? I'm using a kind of interesting hot end. It's the drop effect. It's like the same form factor as the Dragon Ultra High Flow. I will show it really quickly here. This is focus. Oh, I have autofocus off. Lovely. One sec. Here it is. This doesn't have the like ultra high flow attachment on it yet, but it's basically the same mounting points. Next G, yeah. So it's gonna be this guy with the attachment. Yeah, I've never used. I don't think I ever used it. They sent me one initially. They sent me one initially, and I think the first one had some issues. So I was like, okay, I'll just hold off. And then by the time the second one came out, I'm pretty sure I had to use a different hot end for the build I'd planned on it. So it just never got used. So I was going through things. Originally, I was going to use like a conch hot end, which is Fadis's like bamboo style hot end. But when I talked to Heart K, he recommended not going with a bamboo form factor one. He said that it's like really difficult to, I think, install or something like that. So I was like, all right, well, if the man himself is telling me don't go with it, then I probably should look into another option. So, and most of the hot ends I have are just kind of like, yeah, I think that is the right size, M3/8. Most of the hot ends I seem to have are just like a little obscure, a little obscure. This one's one more. This is not the right. Maybe it's because this guy's one more on that side too. That looks like it's one belt tooth off, and that side looks fine. So can we? Feels right. I don't know. Did I count wrong? I'm thinking about just going with it. It feels right. Like I have one tooth difference, but the tension feels the same on them. So I'm just gonna go with it and hope for the best. Been hearing mixed reviews about conch. Seems like I get heat creep if the airflow isn't optimized for its shape. Interesting. Like airflow from the layer cooling fan? Because the heatsink should be the same as like the regular, you know, the bamboo X1 P1 heatsink. I love obscure hot ends. Just got my tricorn. Is that the crazy looking one that I saw Alan posted something the other day? Or Manic really. I'm testing out a hot end right now for, well, it's X1 carbons that it's going on, and that's like the form factor, but you technically use it on anything. But it's 230 watt heater cartridges that sandwich this like kind of crazy nozzle heat rate combo thing. I've never seen anything like it. What is that going on, the tricorn? Okay, so I could probably tighten this a hair more, but I don't think I'm gonna do belt tension, like worry too much right now. I think I will leave it as is. Just want to make sure one more time that all my belts are on the idlers centered and none of them are hanging off the edge, and I think they're looking pretty good. If you say so. I will probably cut off some of this belt. Undecided. What is the other hot end you're talking about? It's, oh man, the name, even though I'm testing it, the name is not in my memory bank. It is from, it's a Swiss company. Let me see. Here, I'll just show it. I can link it too. It's called the Starlex. I think it was Adam VH3D, right? Vector 3D. He did a little thing on it, but basically it's like two metal hasps, or two metal halves that are held together up top with some like metal mechanism, and they clasp around this sort of long nozzle heat break type thing, and then the silicone sock is what holds the two halves together, but there is reinforcement inside the silicone sock. There's like a metal clip or something like that. Yeah, it's interesting. So I'll have a video on that. Probably not, no, definitely won't be in 2 days. I'll probably have a video on it next Saturday. I'm doing flow tests right now on it, just to see how it compares against a stock bamboo hot end, and just putting my overall thoughts together on it. But it's definitely neat. It's definitely neat, that's for sure. It is pricey. Yeah, I think it's 100 and... The big issue is that it is being made by, I think, one guy. I think he's doing everything himself in Switzerland. Yeah, so one of my coworkers actually is Swiss. Well, quite a few of my coworkers are Swiss. But one of my coworkers at Swiss 3D prints a lot and knows this guy. And so I think that he basically was talking to him, and he messaged me and said, hey man, like, I've got a buddy that makes these crazy hot ends, like, would you want to check one out? And so it's kind of how that happened. And originally I wasn't sure, but after I saw sort of the uniqueness of the hot end, I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. Like, I haven't seen anything like this. So like, yeah, the one I've got is the X1, which I think they call the Voron, even though it's X1. It's kind of interesting. The biggest the biggest confusion I have right now on the website is like how many options there are. Like, I understand the different heat sinks, but it even seems like they have different, like, there's just a lot. I think the site needs to get cleaned up to make it less confusing. But yeah, I mean, if you go with like the lowest cost one of these, which is 119, so CHF to USD, it's not cheap. It's $150. I mean, it's an expensive hot end. Yeah. So I think it's neat. And, you know, I guess, like, I can understand that to make something custom, and if you don't have the economies of scale and you're like just producing it in-house, is probably quite expensive. But from the consumer standpoint, like I think there's not a lot of people that are like, oh, I get it, like, I'm willing to pay more for that, right? They're like, no, figure out how to make it cheaper. So yeah, it's definitely an expensive hot end. I think that that's probably going to be the biggest thing holding them back. If they could find a manufacturer or outsource it, I think that it could be, you know, big for them if they can get their costs down a lot. But that's really, to me, like the biggest factor. But I still wanted to play around with it and show it off because, like I said, it is quite unique, the design. And so yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and cut some of these belts. I wish I had scissors. It makes it a little awkward. Let's see. Let's cut you right which equates to cutting you right about here. Cut. I think I'm gonna do the same for the other side. I don't know, should I leave a little more belt? I don't know how the slack goes on this, like where you can tuck it or hide it. We'll cut them about the same. I don't think I'm gonna be able to place it anywhere, all this extra slack. So let's just do like right there, which equals, looks like right there, maybe. Yeah, that looks fine. Trim after first print. Well, it's too late. I still think I'd be able to feed this through, at least enough to be able to get the end on it and then pull it. So I probably should have left a little bit more than that. I probably should have left a third to 50% more than that, but we shall persevere. I'm unfortunately cycling out of X1 P1 spinners, so I'm not going to be able to use some of those new hot ends being released. What are you switching over to? The H2 stuff? Because you have a H2S and a H2C. I know that. I've been using mostly the H2D and the H2C as far as bamboo printers as of late. Okay, so, dude, is it time to hang the thing? Danny, happy New Year to you too, man. Thank you. Cheers. All right, so this was V0 stuff. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that as well. We don't need that as well. We don't need that. Maybe need that at some point. This is where we're at, I think. Right? This is the 2.4. Oh, Z-axis. Z-idler. Z-drive. Hall effect and stop we're not doing. Why would I randomly have rough top layers on my bamboo P1S? I don't know why specifically you'd have rough top layers. Maybe your nozzle's worn? I mean, you'd think you'd see that everywhere, but maybe nozzle's worn, maybe try a different filament, maybe try a different profile. I mean, if you ran the same G code previously, you know it's not working now, then that leads me to it not being anything slicer related and more likely hardware related. Oh, Ed! What's up, buddy? Happy New Year's, man! Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's, Dougal! Hope everyone's doing awesome, man. Hope everyone is doing kick butt. It has been a long time. I've really gotten to love the H2 style nozzle. Got it. Yeah, I mean, I'm primarily out of the bamboo lineup. I've got the H2D that's been sitting next to me on the left for quite a long time. Now the H2C is right next to it, and so that's pretty much exclusively what I'm using. Like, I'm doing a video. I did a couple of videos using X1C and P1S, but I haven't actually used them to print with much lately because the big printers have just been taking the spot. It's a newer hot end. Okay, nothing's changed that I know of. Interesting. It might be easier to tell with photos. And also, like, what does a rough top layer mean? Does it look like you're over extruding? Is there gaps? I don't know. Like, it's not super descriptive. Yeah, it's definitely, we'll definitely have to loosen. Oops, didn't mean to air horn. That was an accidental air horn. We'll definitely have to loosen things up though. I'm looking right now and like the back right is touching the printed part, but the back left is not touching the printed part. Like there's a little bit, you can see that when I push. See how it goes out a little bit further? So I will have to figure that out. I probably should have pushed this all the way up against this as I was installing the belts. Looks like over extrusion. Got it. Looks like over extrusion. Is your print warping at all by chance? Because if you're warping at all, then that can lead to what looks like over extrusion, but it's because your part's lifting, so the layers are getting smushed more. Oh yeah, that's what Zombie said. Yeah, it could be warping if you're having warping at all. Tempted to loosen this up a little bit now just to try to correct this. Why does it sound like it's rubbing? Why does it sound like it's rubbing? What would you be rubbing on? Maybe it's not. Maybe. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. So left to right seems fine. No, left to right does not seem fine. Okay, so when I go to the left, it doesn't sound great. Everything looks centered. Let me know if you guys can hear this. It's a clicking sound. Okay, let me turn off. I'm gonna turn off noise cancellation for a sec here. Road filters. Okay. Can you guys tell a difference in audio? The filter should be deactivated. You should hear maybe more ambient noises. Confirmation? Yeah, cool. Okay. Check this out. That is not a good sound. Oh, let me put you guys right here. So when I go to the right, it sounds pretty good. When I go to the left, it sounds way more natural. It picks up a lot of, like, if dogs bark and stuff like that. I don't know what is causing that clicking sound. Yeah, it's definitely not a pretty sound. I wonder if there's a... Sounds like tooth skipping? There shouldn't be anything skipping though. Sounds like the belt teeth are rubbing on something. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me too. I don't see anything. This is what's throwing me. Let me turn the filter back on. Oops, there we go. We're gonna do the filament giveaway in just a minute here. It sounds like, I think it's the tooth idler. I'm like pretty positive it is the tooth idler, and I'm just wondering, could it be a bad idler? Everything else seems fine, but that idler is just, and it's only in one direction. Which is weird, right? Why would it click in one direction? I heard that with my Bondtech gear in the extruder. It was plastic that had pushed out when I put in a heat set. Got it. There shouldn't... I guess there wouldn't be... There shouldn't be any heat inserts near it. It's floating. I've got a shim. So it's basically shim on one side and then directly against a printed part on the other. It's just, I don't know, bad idler bearing. It did it on my Y, it did it on Y move, didn't it? It's doing it on both. Oh yeah, you're right. Hold on. Try to put my ear to it. Okay, it's not coming from there. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Alright, hold on. Hold on. You guys probably already saw it. Oh my, it's my nuts. It's my nut tape. It's the damn tape, man. I never used tape before like this, and so I didn't even think that it was maybe the tape, man. It reminds me of, like, you know, if you've never done it, but like when you can, on like bicycle, how you can put like a thing on your bicycle so as you're pedaling it sounds like a motorcycle. It's just like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the baseball card. Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of too. Oh my god. I'm happy that's all it is. I'm happy that's all it is. But like, yeah, it's like, you guys kind of can't hear it, but that's so funny, dude. Oh my god. I couldn't be. Hold on. Let's see. Let's do. Oh, like almost crying, dude. I'm so happy that's what it is, because like, you know, that's like best case scenario. But it's so silly that the tape that I finally put on here was what was causing the sound to happen. I used to do that as a kid with playing cards and a clothespin. That's awesome. Yeah, I never did it, but like super familiar with it. At least I don't know if I've seen it just in movies or if I've seen other kids that were doing it back in the day. Stranger Things called. They want their spike pokers back. Makes sense why it was different in both directions. Yeah. Yep. All right, y'all. Let's do this giveaway, man. Let's do this giveaway. Actually, okay, 60 seconds and then I'll remove it, and then 60 seconds and we'll do the giveaway. So if you haven't entered the giveaway, this is the final 60 seconds before I remove the link. You still do this with your bike? Oh man, it's so funny. I thought, I didn't see it, like I was looking, didn't see anything, and thought I had cut the tape small enough to where nothing was sticking out. And then it seemed like it was coming from the idler on the X rail, or like on the X carriage, X extrusion. And it wasn't until like I pulled it forward and I was like, wait, it sounds like the sound is further away. And yeah, that was so silly. Dope. Tin can between the wheel and the handbrake arm for me. It's awesome. All right, I think that's been 60 seconds. So I'm removing the link, and if you're actively filling it out, it's only three things, so you got 60 more seconds, and we'll do this. That's so silly. Oh yeah. All right, let me grab the printer too. Boom. So back side of the printer, yeah, has the cutout and the. I don't know if I have space for both of these. It works. Just barely, but we got space for them. Okay, has it been? I think it's been 60 seconds. Let's do this. We have got, how many likes did we get? 69 likes today? That was my goal. 55 likes. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. We gotta get to at least 69 likes. We can break that. Come on. All right, let's do this though. Let me grab 84 entries. Boom. Nope, that didn't work. Why? There we go. 84. Yep, that looks good. Mm. 26 shuffles for the new year. That's not a bad idea. I'm not against that. I see 68 likes. We need one more like from some brave soul. All right, we did it. We hit. I haven't. Oh, that was the wrong one. I haven't mentioned it much today either, as far as hitting the likes. So, all right, everybody. This is the final giveaway of, well, at least final giveaway on this channel for 2025. That means that we have had, I think it was 55 weeks in a year. I took off. Let's see. I took off the week that Landon was born. I took off another. We probably had 50 giveaways, I would say, of filament this year, which is absolutely incredible and wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Polymaker letting us do this. So definitely a major thank you, let's do a cheers to Polymaker for letting us do these giveaways. For anyone that is new to the stream or new to the giveaways, the way it works is if you're in the US or Canada, you will get a gift card. Anywhere else in the world, you will get to pick a spool of filament on their website up to $35. You will get a email from me within 24 hours that has a unique code that you'll need and a link to a form that you'll basically have to fill out. And yeah, that's it. Thank you to Polymaker. And if you want to support the channel, there's never been a better time to get filament. There's a link in the description, and a portion of your purchase does support the channel. So never required, always appreciated. Thank you to everyone that does use those links. All right, how many shovels? I think 26 seems reasonable. Cully says 25. The stickler says it's not technically 2026. I'm absolutely not doing 2026 shuffles because you guys will be here with me for a long, long time. All right, we're going to either shuffle 25 or 26 times. Spam whatever you want in the chat between those two, and we'll go with the one that seems like it has the most. 25 shuffles or 26 shuffles? It's the year of 6-7 until 27. 25, 26, 24. Wait, 25? Wait. 24 wasn't an option. 25, 26, 25, 26, 25, 25, 26. Man, there's a lot. So we got a Kegel. We got... Oh, dang. Man, so many times I think that everyone's gonna lean one direction and like it ends up being like pretty even split. I think we're... Oh, dude, man. All right, we're gonna go with... We're gonna go with 27. We're going with 27 shuffles. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Good luck. There you go. 26 it is. Good luck, everybody. Jay Wiz, you are the final winner of the year. Let me change this to this, this to this, that to that, that to that. Air horn. Congratulations to, was it Jay Wiz? Jay Wiz, I will send you an email maybe this evening, but with it being New Year's and all, but tomorrow you'll have an email from me. I promise. So congratulations on being our, the last winner of 2025 on the channel. Thank you everybody else for entering in. I think what we'll do is, we're getting the 3-hour mark. I actually am going to end it. I'm going to end the stream. I was wanting to do the Z-belts, but I'm wondering now if I don't do the Z-belts on my own because of how intense it sounds like it's going to be. What's the preference? What is the preference? Okay. Do we want to watch me struggle through Z-belts, or just do them on your own time, man, and we'll pick up on the tool head? What do we want? Let's leave it to a poll. We'll do a poll for like 2 minutes. We'll end it. We'll end the live stream. I'm curious to see. I will do. Okay, let's see. Z-belt. Oops. Z-belts. Next stream. Or do them on my own. Belts on stream. All right, here's the poll. We'll leave it up for like 2 minutes. Because the gantry's taken longer than expected. Even though the gantry is technically done, really, at this point. Now it's just hanging it and doing the tool head. But I also, like, I do want to be respectful of people's time that are like, all right, man. People like watching suffering. That's true. Z-belts are easy peasy. 12-hour stream, finish the build. No, man. No way. I've got an appointment at 4 o'clock, so I definitely, it's 2:45 here, so I have to take off in like 45 minutes anyway. But I'm getting hungry, dude. I'm getting hungry. Pretty sure I've had a bowl of mini wheats today, and there's a plate of leftover salmon calling my name. We'll leave it for one more minuto. Un minuto. So far, we're doing belts on stream. Cancel the appointment? Like, sorry. I gotta bail. Like, what's going on? You alright? Is everything okay? Yeah. Building a printer. Building a printer. 67% say belts on stream. That's looking... Belts, yeah. We built it next year. If that's what the people want, that's what we can do. 68%. Alright, we're gonna give it 30 more seconds. The build's so difficult, it took 2 years. Yeah, I feel like it's gone relatively well, but I don't know, like, I get so focused on the streams and what I'm doing, but like afterwards I try to reflect on the stream, or like, okay, especially if I do, because I'll end up doing a full video on the Micron once this is all said and done, but it's really difficult for me to remember back from like a quarter of the year of my life, because that's how long most of the builds take. Like, how long, like, what were the good, what were the bad? So I try to make notes sometimes. I'm not as good as I should be with them. I think that the biggest issue really was some slight differences in the manual, maybe, and then the CAD, like, because there's not a manual for all of it. The CAD had some confusing parts, I think, because there's like 3 or 4 variations, or at least 2 to 3 variations of a few different things, like idlers, I think the AB joints or XY joints, sorry. The Z drives have different variations, which is like cool. It's part of the printer, and like you can sort of customize it to what you have or what you want to spend or what you want to do. But it definitely made things a few things a little bit more confusing, that's for sure. Z should be named suspenders. All right, we're doing the belts on stream, dude. 70% of you want to watch me struggle my way through gravity and hanging a gantry. So if I get around to finish my box turtle, I can say it took me a year to finish it. So I linked a tool in the live stream channel that will help with Z-belts. Oh, sick. All right, Hobo. I'm going to try to get that printed out then. I'm working on my training for nearly 6 months now, but a lot of that time was waiting for parts I ordered. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts. Like, that's, you know, like slowly piecemealing it together versus like I've got everything and I'm just taking my sweet time. It might count. It might count. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for another amazing year of shenanigans, streaming. Probably the longest, by far biggest thing we've ever built. I still need to finish paneling it and probably redo some of the wires, but hey, it's alive and it printed a thing. So it's been awesome. It's been a ton of fun. We've had cold days in here. I think we had hot days. Yeah, we definitely had hot days in here. That's right. It was like 90 something up in here when we were building this guy. Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm stoked that I get to come here most Wednesdays and hang out with everybody and build cool things, make jokes, do things that I don't plan on making jokes out of, but ends up being a joke because just a silly guy. But it's been awesome. So I appreciate all of you, yeah, for hanging out, all of our members, all of the donations, all the support, all of the likes. Like, I mean, in any way, shape, or form, just having everyone here has been awesome. And 2026 will have a lot more of that. I don't have any drastic new plans or changes. Hopefully halfway through the year or so, this stuff will get out of here and it'll be printer related things, and maybe I'll do something with the back wall to make it look nicer. But other than that, it's going to be a lot of the same. A lot more shenanigans, a lot more squirrels, a lot of squirrels, all the squirrels, and a couple crazy kids. So, yeah. Thank you everyone for being along for the ride, and I hope that you will continue into 2026 with me and beyond. So have a wonderful New Year's, everybody. I hope that it is a good one, full of good food, yummy, tasty beverages, whether they're adult beverages or not, whatever your choice is. And I hope that everyone is safe, because there's definitely crazy people out on New Year's. So please, if anyone is driving anywhere, please be careful. Yeah, thank you all. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you guys. I will see you guys next year. That feels weird to say. I'll see you guys next year. All right, bye everyone. Cheers.